So if you're looking to find a vehicle either for yourself or to flip, or you're a dealer looking for inventory, this day and age there's a very tight availability of extra vehicles, and the auction prices are through the roof. Where are some other alternative sources that you can find vehicles for sale? We're going to go through 3 or 4 places where the prices may not be through the roof as much as you think. So first one is Gov Deals. This is a place where municipalities sell vehicles that they're done using, and a lot of times these vehicles are not publicly made highly visible. It's not like it's at an auction site or on eBay. There's very, very few viewers that look at this, and because it's very regional, you may find deals that you're not going to find anywhere else. Also, they're going to be specific types of vehicles. Usually they're sedans, because that's what most municipalities will use. You'll see a lot of them are, police type vehicles, but a lot of them are used for other municipal sources. Here's an example of one vehicle that's a Ford Taurus. A lot of these are described very well because it's a government agency. It'll tell you that it has cruise and tires are in fair condition and spare in condition. They describe it pretty well. It's not all police vehicles. A lot of them are vehicles that maybe inspectors use. Here's a Toyota Prius, very desirable vehicle. I see a lot of Fords because Ford is heavy into the municipal contract market. Chevrolet Impalas, right? And at any given time, there's 300-400 vehicles on here, and they can be found cheap. Now, talking about sedans, depending upon your market, and if you're looking for opportunities for flips, sedans, four-door sedans, are a less desirable vehicle in the current market. So you may be able to find those cheaper than you can an SUV or a truck. So there's one source you can look at, which is Gov Deals. It's an excellent website. And they don't just have cars, right? They have a lot of categories, if you look on their website, of things you can buy and sell. Everything from construction equipment, electronics, fire trucks, firearms, pool supplies. They have all kind of categories for you to find stuff to buy. Next one is old standby is Craigslist. And how to use Craigslist to find deals? Well, first, click owner. What this does is will only display vehicles for sale by a private seller, not by a dealer. And what that does is it gives you opportunities where, it's hard for an individual to sell a car. Here's 3 right off the top. These happen to be, I believe, in Colorado. We just picked one at random. A 2003 Subaru for $2,000, 2011 Corolla for $4,000, 2014 Ford Focus for $4,000. So, there's some deals that can be had on here. Here's a truck for $39.95. Again, make sure you're getting a proper vehicle. You know what to do for inspection. You know what to do for title. But it's a way that you can find vehicles that aren't as highly publicized as maybe other vehicles are or dealer vehicles are. And you got to pick through it. That's the work. Good news is you can do it from the comfort of your chair. You don't have to go to auctions and look at vehicles in person. And you're going to find everything from old vehicles. Here's an old Jeep. And some people are crazy on their prices. But on the other hand, all it takes to find is 1 or 2 that will help give you a good flip profit. Next one is junkyards. A lot of times vehicles that go to a junkyard don't necessarily have anything wrong with them physically. Some of these are crashed, but if it's mechanical and you can fix mechanical, you may be able to take a vehicle you can get for close to nothing and put some money into it and turn it into an on-the-road vehicle. Just make sure that that vehicle was not stamped or branded as a salvage or a parts-only vehicle at the junkyard. And the last source are dirt lots. And that means when you're driving around, there's always a lot in every town where everybody parks their car that's for sale. A lot of these are private sellers. Look at those cars. One thing to keep in mind with those cars, the seller doesn't need that car every day, meaning that that's not their primary transportation. That's a good thing. That means they're not necessarily that attached to the car. It's an extra car for them, so they may be more flexible on price. Keep that in mind when you're negotiating, that the car parked on that dirt lot is one that they don't need anymore, because that's why it's on the dirt lot. They're not driving it every day. They don't need it to get back and forth to work. It's an extra car, so that may be a source of negotiation for those dirt lots. And everybody knows where that is in town. It could be at the Walmart. It could be at the corner next to the gas station. It could be on, the grass field next to the high school. There's always a dirt lot everywhere that all has for sale signs on it. And a lot of that you can do negotiating by text. Go to that lot, write down all the phone numbers or take pictures of the phone numbers and look at the car. And you don't have to meet the person there. You can go back and forth on price before you even have to go meet the person. If they get close enough where it might be worth it, then go meet them. But don't waste your time until you get somebody that's reasonable on price. So there's 3-4 places you can get possible access to vehicles in this current tight market. If you're a car flipper, if you're a dealer, if you just need a cheap car for yourself, that's a way to do it. Make sure you get a good title. Make sure you get good inspection, verification of the vehicle condition, and these are some thinking outside the box ways to get a vehicle in the current difficult market for used cars.